Hello, hello. It is Surge. I guess I have a signature opening by saying hello, hello. It's kind of cool. But I'm at Newport Beach today. It's Sunday. It's pretty poppin' here. The beach is open, so I'm headed that direction. We'll put the Lolan egg in here. It's from Smyrna. A lot of bikers out today, so I'll try not to get run over by them. But let's see. Got a Roselia there. I'm right by the water. You can see it on the camera there. So that's the water. And got the UCSB shirt just walked by, or biked. I'm an alumnus of UCSB, UC Santa Barbara. So you got the Kabuto, got the fossil Pokemon here near the water. You got Squirtle, kind of the usual ones. I'm not sure where the beach is relative to Google Maps. Said it's the way I'm going, so I'm gonna just keep going this way and stay on the water, stay by it, and hopefully hit the beach. But maybe one of these gyms can help me figure it out. I'm a big fan of using Pokemon Go as like a map, basically. But you can like play a game while you're looking at the map and getting where you're going. So it's double fun. Newport Sea Base. That's a maybe. That sounds cool anyway. Let's see, I think it's good when the bikers have bells, so I know when to get out of the way. So got some gifts. Thank you, Twerk in my face. Literate Frog at Smyrna Library. Yeah. I remember that. I was living in Smyrna, Georgia for a year, and in the sorry, there's a lot of cars honking here. I guess it's the Black Liberation, Black Lives Matter. I'm seeing some signs like on the cars, like taped onto the cars, rather than just like rather than people just holding them, which is kind of interesting. Hadn't really come across that yet at this point. But looks like they're taking it pretty seriously here, which is good. You're hearing a lot of honking though because of it. Oh well. All right. Can't tell if that's it has a sticker, that Garchomp. It's kind of cool. And we have a gift here. Another Lolan egg, very good. Thank you, Holly. I see a Filipinos for Black Lives Matter sign. I see end racism. Both of those signs have the fist on them. I thought someone in the car to the left of me might have been hollering at me, not sure. I'm not black, I'm brown. But yep, a lot of signs. I feel like I'm not walking the right way to the beach. But where else will I go? It's just stay by the water, and this is kind of the way Google is saying, but I don't see anyone going this way, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, it's all kind of new for me. I really haven't hung around this area much. Newport Beach in general. So, see a sign, white silence equals white violence. Well, I don't know about that. I support the Black Lives Matter movement, but certain slogans are a little bit like, no. Like honk for peace, no. I did that once for Bernie Sanders' campaign and immediately regretted it. You know, it's not a peaceful thing to do. You're only supposed to honk like to avoid an accident. And I imagine if you honk for other reasons, you're probably increasing the chance of getting into an accident. So I'm not supportive of that practice specifically. And then silence equals violence. I don't really think so, but okay. I mean, it's better not, you can't suppress these things, right? You have to talk them out, I guess. So maybe if you talk things out, then You kind of like, as long as you reach some kind of common understanding at the end of it, yeah, then you avoid violence. So that I can see that. But I'm thinking of Asian cultures and kind of like more of their appreciation for quietness and solitude, and you know, those are very, I mean, they can be a very peaceful way to live. So being silent could in fact be the road to a non-violent life. So yeah, I think a lot about like non-violence, and non-violent protest is a very Indian idea. Gandhi obviously did it. So metal tuna sculpture. Well, if we don't get to the beach, at least we'll have gotten some kind of cool stops and see some kind of cool like beach stores and restaurants and whatnot. So yeah, since my recent breakup, I've been kind of like, you know, I feel like people have different ways of coping with it. Like, I tend to regress a little bit, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to do. If you had a kind of, you know, if you had a comfortable, at least, identity going into the relationship. I had a comfortable one in the relationship, but, you know, I guess my ex did not feel that way, so it's kind of disappointing, but you can't really force anyone to do anything, right? So, you could, but you shouldn't. I don't want to change it. So, wow, we got a 6-day streak. Got another temple here. We got some, we got a Weedle that's kind of foreshadowing the community day coming up, which I forget when it is. But so I have a call from 3 to 4 with some friends, some old, speaking of UC Santa Barbara, some old debate team friends. Pelican attack, yeah, and so 2 of my friends, 1 year younger than me, we went to San Jose to compete in an intercollegiate ethics bowl is what it's called. Ethics debate. So. Oh, cool, I can add something to this one. Yeah, I have 2 purified Ivysaurs now, kind of, I don't know how to feel about that, but we'll just put Tyranitar in here. I like how they make that sound, the doink doink when you put them on in. I know I just did a really bad impression of that sound, but I like how they make that sound. It's the same as in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, when it's, and maybe Gold, Silver, Crystal, I don't remember as well, but it's like when your character is like being introduced and then you become little and you, you know, you basically merge with the, you go into the game and you start playing the game. So. Grounded Sharknado. One of my professors had a bit about Sharknado. He does some comedy. Eric Dodson. I mentioned him yesterday. Or the day before, because I went down Dodson Avenue. But anyway. So we got Temple. Good amount of temples around lately. Especially we're by the water. So. Smelled some good Mexican food back there. I don't know. Might have to pick something up. I already picked food up earlier. I got some McDonald's for breakfast. Now that I have my car back, I'm driving more again, and I guess coming to Newport is like my celebratory kind of thing. I'm going through an alleyway here, and just to kind of be closer to the water. I keep feeling like I'm seeing a ribbon on the Tepig. It's like a White or Hilda's or Toko in the manga. So, okay, we're getting close to Emboar. 87 candies, 13 to go. So we gotta heal up Metagross. Let's see. Yeah, another place, I passed Seal Beach on the way up here, and I thought maybe I should go there. It's a place my last girlfriend and I went to, and it's kind of a special place for that reason. So part of the moving on process is like revisiting your old places, and I don't know, you know, I guess trying to refine yourself in them, which is sad, but I don't really know what else moving on is. Okay. Metagross is there. Revive. Now it's gotten really quiet here, so I don't feel like I'm going the right way to the beach. Let's see. All right, Metagross is good. Mence is almost good. I should probably check and see where the beach actually is. I just don't like disrupting a stream once I've started it. It's really easy to do, and you could like merge videos really easily, but then you have to like create a new video. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and so on this phone you can combine two videos, but it takes a while. It basically creates a whole new video. It calls it a movie, right? So it's kind of arduous to do that. So. Anyway, it's all new to me, Newport Beach. Go to this parking lot and get closer to the water. There's some cool buildings here. Let's see. Mariner's Mile retaining wall. City's first public works project to incorporate a work of art. That Turtwig there. I realized yesterday that I still need to get to Scolipede. So. Oh. Probably a great ball, although it broke out so quickly there that we can go down some stairs up ahead here. And then be closer to the water, and have some new Mons around. Got a Lilliput. I know that can be shiny. Didn't mean to click on the Trico there. Anyone else feel weird when you say click but you're using your fingers, like on your touchscreen? It doesn't feel like a click, it feels like a tap, right? It's a finger tap. So part of my getting over my ex. Oh, this is a fire type. Okay. Okay. That's kind of weird how it didn't suggest others. We'll go Rhyperior and Gyarados. We'll go with that. Yeah, these streams are starting to get a little repetitive, I realize, because there's not really an event right now. It's become a little more of like going to places I haven't been in a while, or haven't been at all in this case, in today's case, and kind of just hanging out, you know, just not taking it too seriously. It's a game after all, so don't take it too seriously. Now, dude, that would be, I don't think I have a shadow one of those. Okay, so this one, yeah, it's a cool little animation. I like that for Earthquake. It's like on the ground, you know. That should be a 1-hit KO. Anyways. Good. All right, sent another job application this morning, actually. To my recent ex's company, which is just, I don't know if that's like me trying to like move on or mark territory that isn't mine, or like I don't know, but like the position seemed like a good fit for me. The only thing was it's a global publishing manager, so they're looking for a scientist basically who publishes, which I do. The only thing is my fields are psychology and human computer interaction, not life science like they're looking for, but they're looking for cell therapy. The only thing I didn't really qualify for on the requirements was terminal degree in life science. You know, I'm doing a PhD, so they did say PhD, but they're looking more for like, yeah, bio, because they're interested in cell therapy, which obviously is a very important area right now. So, oh man, that's a feisty Vulpix. Let's see. Okay, after this movement, I'll go for it. That looked like a better throw than, okay. That looked like at least nice, but all right. I think we got it, yeah. We got the Vulpix. I'm not sure if this is one we already have. I'm starting to forget. Do I not have Ninetales in here? Or is it like not Shadow? It's kind of weird. We got another mysterious component there. Pelican reliefs. Cool. It's a neat idea. Alright. So got a number, got a Vulpix. I'm tempted to just transfer one of those purified Ivysaurs. That was kind of a dumb thing to do, but it's done is done. Okay, so I have 2 Gyarados. I have like 5 competitive Gyarados in Sword, which is just embarrassing to even admit, even on a Pokemon stream. Okay, good. So I have a Shadow Vulpix and a Purified Vulpix. So I'll kind of partially redeem myself for purifying my second Ivysaur yesterday. Alright. So my meter is good till 303, which is a band, but one I don't listen to regularly. But I don't know. I wish the beach were just easier to find, like on this map. That'd be kind of nice. You know what I mean? If I zoom out, maybe. No, not really. I have no idea where the beach is. I can't imagine it being anywhere other than where I've been heading. So, but I can't like keep going this way because of my meter, so I might just start walking back. It's unfortunate. But, let's see, I'll go. And I don't want to. Okay, there's a Caterpie. That's exciting because it's my favorite shiny line. Gotta check it anyway, you know. So anyway, we have some stops here, so maybe we can. Yeah, looks like the stops kind of end here. So it's all right. I don't need to go to the beach. It's like Newport is like all beach. It's kind of confusing, but basically, yeah, there wasn't anything I was gonna follow that basically with. But yeah, no, I do these streams just to do them, you know. Like Pokemon Go has at this point become its own end. And the great thing about augmented reality is like, if something not interesting is happening either in game or out of the game, the other one kind of makes up for it. So it kind of like, it's like an additive function if you think about it, like mathematically. It's like one mediocre kind of event or experience plus a good one equals better than neutral, I'd say. So yeah. But of course, all that's subjective, and it's up to what the viewer is interested in. And so my videos don't get much traction, so I'll keep my mouth shut about my own ideas of what's good or not. We have Tepig and Snivy here, so we've run into all the Unova starters on this stream. That's kind of cool, I guess. But the other thing is, like, as a streamer, like the enthusiasm you bring, and I feel like it applies to other areas in life too. So I might, just razz that, even though Pineapple would be ideal there. But no go, Pogo, as I say. Only I say that. Only I say that. All right, so we got the Tepig, second one of the stream. We're getting pretty close to that 50 berries goal, which is neat. And yeah, if we catch 2 more Tepigs and then transfer, I think we should be good. Should be good to evolve up to Emboar. So that's fun. That's fun. All right. Yeah, you can tell I'm not great at this whole enthusiasm. I'm working on it. I think I talk too much, and then I'm kind of excited when I'm streaming. It's something I enjoy doing a lot. And so I do a lot of fillers too, and so. Okay, so we had 2 Tepigs, and yeah, if we catch 1 more with a Pineapple Berry and transfer that puppy, pig, technically, then we're good to go. We're good to go for Emboar. So here's hoping that we run into a tepig on our way back to the car, which we have like the perfect amount of time to get back to. And I'll collect these stops. Yeah, streaming is kind of like, I feel the need to kind of express myself on what a stream is to me, and to me a stream is it's kind of a getaway, you know. It's like an adventure. I've been like kind of craving adventure more and more over the last couple of years, and trying to escape that researcher lifestyle, you know, just like always at a computer basically. I'm at a computer now if you think about it, but the difference is I'm playing a game, and I'm recording myself playing the game, and I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, and I'm still on my parents' mobile plan, so still living at home. So I shouldn't say still living at home. I mean, I just moved back here like last May, and honestly, you know, there were many reasons I moved back home, but chief among them, like practically were, I didn't want to get distracted from my dissertation, because I had already not passed my proposal defense the first time, but I passed it the second time recently, so that's in the past. But yeah, so I wanted to minimize distractions for the dissertation. I knew I was kind of getting off track, and honestly, I'm still getting a little off track. Like right now, like I'm streaming and I could be at home working on the proposal, but I have an assignment due now. The proposal's done, but I have like a kind of bonus intermediary assignment to get me through the summer, to kind of prove that I can do the last part of the dissertation, basically is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I told my ex this, you know, I moved back. Ultimately, the nail in the coffin was moving back for her, and I'm really like I don't know, as a guy expressing oneself like romantically, I'm just like really running out of kind of steam. It really doesn't seem to lead to anything good, and I don't want you as the viewer to like feel my cynicism there. Maybe that's what it is, but yeah, anyway, so that's there was this JavaScript like web development boot camp in Georgia that was kind of interested in me, and I wasn't overly interested in them, but if I were single and if my girlfriend hadn't said that if I moved it would break her, if I stayed in Georgia it'd break her heart, but she'd understand, I was like, well, I think I misinterpreted that. I think she didn't mean it quite so literally, you know, or quite so seriously, which in the end turned out she wasn't that serious about us. So what do you leave a relationship like that, especially when the person has said and acted quite to the contrary before that point. It's a schizophrenic relationship at that point, at least for one person. And if one person is feeling, you know, undecisive, then both people will, because I mean, you know, as the guy, or just as a good person, you want what's best for the other person. And if they say they want to break up and they say it 4 times, then you got to do it. It's just like, it's just nothing else you can do at that point, you know. You can give them all the love in the world, but if it's not enough for them, it's just not enough, I guess. Which is, so that's kind of where I am. That's kind of what I'm trying to cope with at this point, trying to make sense of, and kind of, it's part of my moving on process. And I hate that phrase, moving on. It's like really callous, but my girlfriend said she moved on, like already. Like she's been moving on since December basically, so I think she wanted something from me but wasn't being upfront about what that was. I don't know. And in the end she just said it was her feelings that changed, and you can't argue with that. You can't do anything about that. In our last days together, I was watching this movie. Oh, we have a tepig. So I think we're gonna get Emboar. Well, that puts a positive spin on the gloomy topic of my miserable of life. Okay, very good. Yeah, so I just passed somebody who looked like a classmate. I don't think that's her. She's pretty, but anyway. Okay, so we get Emboar now. Awesome. And another Tepig, so we're just getting showered with Tepigs. I'm gonna catch this one because hoarding. No, just kidding. I'm gonna catch it because, well, I'm gonna have to razz it and ultra ball it and maybe not even catch it yet. I know these streams are too long. I just enjoy the hell out of them. So, but it's about the viewer. It's about you. So I want to make this, you know, as enjoyable for you as possible. So if you don't like this format, if you think it goes on too long, if you're still watching at this point at all, thank you. Next, just kidding. I listened to that song earlier today. Ariana Grande's Next. Thank you, Next. My girlfriend and I listened to it together in San Francisco. I remember we were like going to the airport, and I think it was like the first time I heard that song, and it's like a huge, so it's like the biggest song ever. No, but anyway. So let's evolve up to Emboar. Let's do that. It's been long enough. So now, finally, we have all 3 fully evolved Unova starters in here. That's awesome. I'm stoked about that. I already had them. They're already in home for me from Black and Black 2. So, you know, I hope that as COVID calms down, and it is calming down, they will they'll resume community days for the starters, because the next ones up would be Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. So always noon. I like that. It's always 12 o'clock in Newport Beach. I like that a lot. Yeah, so we got Emboar. That's my buddy still. Got a lot of Minchinos, which is good. I didn't get a shiny during the event. Pokemon Go moves too fast for me, honestly. It moves too fast for me. And I am a devout Pokemon fan. I don't, again, not comfortable admitting that kind of thing. In fact, I think my most recent ex, I think she might not have liked the fact that I play as much as I do. She never said it. She never, like, you know, like hinted at it like in an overt way, but like in the end she sounded a little resentful, like, you know, that I have my life defending dissertation proposals and catching Pokemon, as she put it, which is like sad. I mean, I really tried to put us first, and you know, that's one of the vows I made to her. I'd put the relationship first, but in the end she wanted it to end so much that I just said, okay, fine. Her happiness is more important to me than ours collectively. So now in the interest of moving on, I guess, there's a way to spin that in terms of game theory, and I really don't like viewing love as a game, but Newport Beach, this is a kind of good place to do that, frankly. Even though, you know, they say guys move on more quickly than girls, but then girls like they deal with it more as it's happening. But my ex said she already moved on, so I guess she already moved through that kind of grieving stage, and now she's healing. So good for her. I'm happy for that. I don't know what I did to her, but yeah. In terms of like game theory, it's like, you know, I privilege her happiness over ours and over mine. I mean, what makes her happy is what makes me happy. And so if breaking up makes her happy, that makes me happy, even if I don't look like it. I mean, I want what she wants. So if you're gonna put that in terms of game theory, it's like, in terms of the prisoner's dilemma specifically, if any of you know about that, hit me up here. But part of my research that I do, but in the prisoner's dilemma, you have two parties, and they can either cooperate with each other or betray one another. One can cooperate, one can betray the other, and vice versa. So those are the four possibilities. And so in terms of me and my recent ex, who I've already said her name on stream, I just don't want to anymore because it seems kind of petty, but I'll keep her anonymous, I guess, for her. But yeah, you know, you one person's happy, the other person isn't. One person decides to turn their back on the relationship, the other person doesn't. I was the other person in this situation, leading up to the breakup, of course. I didn't break us up, she did. At least she said we were broken up, and then made it Facebook official, so I was like, okay. So that's what we are. And this is me accepting it on camera to a mostly faceless crowd, but you're not faceless, you have a face, even if I can't see it. So yeah, so ideally though, if you want like a positive kind of game theory, you have both parties happy to be in the relationship, both parties, and both parties cooperate with each other, they don't betray each other. I wasn't really betrayed in this case, but I was kind of not, she wasn't upfront with me, which, you know, I think women have a harder time with that, being really, really brutally honest with their emotions to other people. They don't want to hurt anyone, and, you know, God bless them for that, but the longer you aren't honest with somebody about how you're feeling, the more you're going to end up hurting them. So I guess I'm dealing with that hurt. I mean, at least as far as my mom's concerned, but, you know, I feel a little bit pathetic in all of it, honestly. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stay kind of positive and stuff. It's just, you know, it can feel shallow sometimes, but you got to do it. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Get it right next time. That's what I told her. I told her, get it right next time. You know. Forgiveness isn't easy, but you got to do it. If for anyone yourself. And then over time, maybe you can muster up enough gumption and goodwill to forgive for the other person too. Ultimately, it's for both people. So that's that. That's probably the realest I've ever gotten on a stream. So if you're listening to this, God bless you. And I hope you're staying safe. Safe from COVID, safe from, you know, safe during the protests, staying woke, getting woke, doing whatever you gotta do to live the best life and be the best you for the best world. So on that note, I think I'll end. So thanks for watching, and peace out.